World's End, wars, fires, AI, madness, surveillance. Feels dear? What if I told you this was all predicted thousands of years ago? Everyone knows the Book of Revelation. Apocalypse unfolds. Beasts, dragon, Messiah ride. It's the story of how billions believe the world is going to end. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if Revelation is actually the sequel? There's an older text, a banned text, a forgotten book that tells the beginning of the story. It details the very first corruption, the original betrayal that set the stage for everything to come. This is the Book of Enoch, and it contains the end-time warning that almost no one is talking about. To understand the end, you have to go back to the beginning. Before Revelation, before the Gospels, there was an ancient Jewish text that laid it all bare. The Book of Enoch isn't just some obscure footnote. It details the very first time heavenly beings betrayed their mission and unleashed a plague of corruption upon the earth, a plague that would set the stage for all future chaos. This is a story that goes deeper than any conventional Bible study. This is the story of the Watchers. So, who were they? They were angelic beings, also known as the Grigori, tasked with a single critical mission to watch over humanity. They watched, guided, but never interfered, a sacred vow. But a rule is only as strong as the will to uphold it. Humanity's daughters bloomed, captivating the Watchers. Led by a leader named Simjaza, 200 of these heavenly beings made a pact. Lust-driven, they took wives, defying God's law. Their crime, however, was twofold. And this is where the Book of Enoch explained becomes a terrifying blueprint for our own time. First, there was the forbidden union itself. Nephilim, abominations born, not heroes of old. Worse crime, they tainted souls with forbidden lore. An angel named Azazel taught mankind how to forge swords and knives, introducing warfare to a world not ready for it. He taught them cosmetics and the use of dyes, how to manipulate the world and alter it from God's perfect design. Others taught sorcery, incantations, astrology, and the secrets of the heavens, knowledge God had intentionally kept from humanity. The world descended into absolute chaos. The Nephilim, the giant offspring, consumed everything mankind had built. When the resources ran out, they turned on humanity, killing men and women. They turned on each other. Humanity perished in wicked ways. Their cries, the scripture says, reached the heights of heaven, and heaven answered. The archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel looked down and reported the corruption to God. Judgment was swift and terrible. Azazel, the teacher of war, was bound hand and foot by Raphael and cast into total darkness in a desert region of the underworld, where he would remain devoid of all light until the great day of judgment, when he would be cast into the fire. Gabriel tricked Nephilim, slaughtering each other. And Simjaza and the other Watchers? Michael was sent to confront them. They were forced to watch the butchering of their own beloved children. Then, and only then, were they bound and imprisoned under the earth for 70 generations, locked away in a prison of the angels, kept forever, until the final judgment. This primordial story of corruption, forbidden knowledge, and divine judgment isn't just an ancient tale, it's an archetype, a blueprint for a final, future judgment that would be recorded centuries later in the Book of Revelation. Revelation charts the world's end, after corruption's start. This is the Bible's final, terrifying prophecy, a high-speed tour through cosmic collapse. John, exiled, sees Jesus, not a shepherd. Vision shatters. This Jesus has eyes like a flame of fire and a sharp, two-edged sword coming out of his mouth. John sees God's throne, lightning, winged eyes, terror, cosmic scale of what is to come. Then, the judgments begin. A scroll, sealed with 7 wax seals, contains the future. As a lamb that looks as though it had been slain, another vision of Christ breaks the seals. Chaos is unleashed on earth. The first 4 seals release the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. A figure on a white horse, symbolizing conquest. Red horseman wields sword, black horse brings famine. Death, on pale horse, kills a quarter of earth. When the 6th seal is broken, reality itself unravels. A great earthquake shakes the planet. The sun turns black, the moon turns to blood, and the stars fall from the sky. But this is only the beginning. The breaking of the 7th seal reveals 7 angels with 7 trumpets, and each blast brings a new, escalating disaster. Trumpet 1. Hail and fire mixed with blood burn up a third of the earth. Trumpet 2. A massive mountain of fire is thrown into the sea, turning a third of it to blood. Trumpet 3. A star named Wormwood falls, poisoning a third of the world's fresh water. Trumpet 4. A third of the sun, moon, and stars are darkened. And if you think that's the worst of it, you need to prepare yourself. Because what comes next isn't natural disaster. It's demonic. Demonic scorpion locusts swarm from the abyss. They don't kill. They're given the power to torture humanity for 5 agonizing months. 6th trumpet unleashed fiery demons, killing a third. In the midst of this chaos, the key players of the tribulation are revealed in unholy trinity. 1. The dragon, identified explicitly as Satan, the devil. 2. The beast from the sea, the Antichrist. He is a charismatic world leader empowered by Satan who rises to rule a global empire. He heals from a seemingly fatal wound, causing the world to worship him. 3. The beast from the earth, the false prophet. He looks like a lamb but speaks like a dragon, performing satanic miracles to deceive humanity and enforce the worship of the Antichrist. Together, they establish a system of total global control through the infamous mark of the beast. This mark, the number 666, is placed on the right hand or the forehead. Without it, no one can buy or sell. It is the key to survival in this new world order and the ultimate symbol of allegiance to the beast. Wrath unleashed. Armageddon beckons the world's armies. And then, heaven opens. Christ returns, a fiery king, leading armies to crush evil. This story seems self-contained, terrifying, but complete. But what if the characters have changed, but the plot was written long before? What if the beast of Revelation is just finishing what the Watchers started? This is where it all connects. The Book of Enoch is not just an obscure text. It is the essential key to decoding the deeper patterns within Revelation. What a conventional Bible study often misses is that the end of the world is a direct, horrifying echo of its corrupt beginning. The final act of rebellion mirrors the first. Look at the patterns. The primordial corruption of the Watchers provides a chilling blueprint for the final corruption of the Antichrist. The Watchers corrupted humanity from the outside in, giving them physical tools and arcane knowledge to corrupt the material world. The false prophet works from the inside out, using demonic spectacles to corrupt humanity's perception of reality itself, leading them to worship a lie. The theme of divine judgment also repeats itself with terrifying precision. The fate of the Watchers to be bound in darkness in a fiery abyss, awaiting the final day, is a direct foreshadowing of the fate awaiting the unholy trinity in Revelation. The dragon, Satan, the beast, and the false prophet are all bound in the abyss and ultimately cast into the lake of fire. The prison is the same. Only the prisoners have changed. But the most profound connection, the ultimate warning, is found in the choice presented to humanity. Divine path beckons. A true transformation unfolds. Enoch, a human who walked with God, ascends through righteousness. Fire consumes him. Metatron ascends God's throne. This is the path of ascension, a fiery, divine transformation into something more than human through alignment with the divine. Revelation presents humanity with the opposite choice, a false, corrupt transformation. Humanity is offered power and survival through a cold, transactional mark, a mere stamp for commerce. But this path doesn't lead to a fiery ascension, it leads to damnation. It is a mark that signifies spiritual death, the ultimate demonic inversion of Enoch's journey. Forgotten warnings echo. Spiritual maps, choices now? Perhaps the true power of these texts isn't in literally predicting the future, but in revealing a timeless pattern of choice and consequence. Apocalypse unveils truth, always present. The story of the Watchers is a powerful, archetypal warning about knowledge and power. It's a myth about the profound danger of humanity receiving advanced knowledge, technology, warfare, cosmic secrets without the wisdom or morality to handle it. It is this very corruption, this pursuit of power without righteousness, that builds the global systems of control that the Antichrist will one day inherit. So the choice is etched into the very fabric of these stories. The path of Enoch, a transformation fueled by righteousness, an ascent toward the divine, or the path of the Watchers, a grasp for power, for forbidden knowledge, for a shortcut that builds the very prison the Antichrist will one day lock shut. One is a ladder to heaven. The other is a blueprint for hell. The Book of Enoch provides the missing context, the forgotten beginning that gives Revelation its true, terrifying depth. The story of the Watchers was the first warning. Revelation is the last. And the warning isn't just about a future apocalypse with horsemen and trumpets. It is about the corruption that begins in the human heart, a choice we all face right now between ascension and damnation.